Hello everyone, this is Colonist Selection, here to do a new little fun game before we potentially go in for another hardest run. In this one, we're taking inspiration with current events, and we're doing kind of like a milestone run. So we're going to play as Europe with the last war, and have one rival colony of Russia, in which we cannot trade with them, but we're going to be competing for milestones. The game rules we're playing with are all of the disaster ones, including plate tectonics, longest ride, inflation, amateurs, and hunger. Notably, the two we are not playing with is Rebel Yell, which guarantees rebels, and the Lone Arc, or Last Arc. So we will actually be able to use tourism and get more colonists. We are trying the new commander profile, which is the Space Miner, in which we start with a asteroid lander, 2 recon centers, and the technology to gain more of the automatic extractors. So that will be fun to try and play out. Now, we're going with the default rocket layout for Europe. We have a second rocket and their layout's pretty good, so we'll just go with it and not worry about it. Now the location I've selected is just random one from the rough list, sorted by hardness, which isn't actually the hardest one with max disasters. And the location is 19 south, 12 east. And this is just to give us a little variety in the map layout, and I'll see you guys in the game. Okay, we actually have a really cool landing site to default. 3 concrete extractor sites, all of them pretty good, or at least 2 of them very good. Well, let's also look at our technologies. We have actually some really great ones to start off. More research is perfect, and we'll go down robotics to get the other one for the Explorer. Now we should also get a few sectors and to do our orbital probe. Now, we could use those probes to find a new location, say like right here, where it might have everything, or we could scout around. The other thing we could use our probe is to try and find a place that has water and make sure we get that milestone, as we don't have any locations around us. So we'll try right here, see if there's water. There's no concrete or surface deposits. So I think we just use it around. So we'll probably look below at these 2 concrete. Okay, so there's nothing below us. A little more metals. Okay, this looks beautiful. We don't often have an opportunity to make use of 2 concrete, and they're definitely close enough that we could do that. The question is where we're putting our dome. So let's actually put these potentially down. And we're just going to do a little mapping. 1, 2, 3, 4, up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's outside of the dust. Although if I put the other extractor right next to it. Yeah, we can do it that way. The only problem is we don't have a place to put the power. So we're going to end up having to use 2 anyways. So we'll do something like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's that? So we're just on the edge. Go this way maybe? Sorry. I haven't tried a different layout. This should be at a difficulty that shouldn't be too bad. Yeah, we'll have our power here. Let's get our rocket landed. Probably put it in the middle. Yeah. We'll also queue up a bunch of sectors to scan. It's nice with Europe that we have we have this seeker, so we have a free kind of a sensor tower to start with. We don't have to build it. Let's get the power down. We'll get our concrete. I will say, going with these milestones are pretty tough. It's tough to know when they're going to be, your rival colony is going to be going for one of them. And It seems like they select from lower down, but there's no guarantee they won't skip one. I don't guarantee we're going to hit them all, but we're going to try our hardest. I have tried this once before, and it didn't quite work out, so I restarted it, but if we don't make it, we don't make it. Okay. We have our lander. Let's also get our fuel going. We do have some space there. Place them down. We do start with a lot more money, and as Europe, every time we get a new technology, we will get more. I need to make sure I put the solar panels down too. And I think we'll turn these off at night and we'll run these during the night. It probably doesn't matter either way.
Milestone achieved.
I didn't look at what that one was. Is it to see further down? It is. We didn't see anything we care about. We'll just put these as higher priority for now. You'll get to run once we hit the solar panels. With the second rocket, it's not as important to get them going. And we should be good. We can start speeding things up. With that, I just want to check. We should queue up a few more things down. That looks good. Just, it's a lot of technology, so we want to make sure we're using it, not having it go down the underground tech tree. With all of this concrete, we will be able to potentially build a lot of domes. Hopefully we find something around us. We should. I haven't really looked too deep into this map. Okay. We're not going to be moving, so the orbital probes aren't going to be very useful. Resources are always good. We need an RC transport eventually, but not right now, so I'm just going to grab the resources. I can also start putting some deposits down. For depots. Concrete. Make sure they don't put the fuel in here. Actually, I changed my mind. I think I want the concrete more. We really don't need the fuel to get this back, because we have a second rocket, which I'm not particularly used to having.
Sector scanned.
Nice. We have a vista here. It's less important to set up a dome next to a vista, as we can bring new applicants, as it is with the last arc. And let's just take a look. We want to make sure we're getting a dome down soon, and we are ready to do the arc. Or building the dome and launching the rocket. Those are two that they could be going for, so we want to make sure we're kind of ready for that. We could potentially... we have no extra polymers. So we could either get a supply pod or for some polymers.
Until today.
Some more funding. Excellent. We would like our dome. So we do have everything we need to get a basic dome. Oh, this is not a great. We might have to flatten that just a tad. Might as well get that going right now. See if we can't place it. We only have our RC Seeker for now. It would be nice to get it in a place where it can manage everything. Worst case scenario with our first dome, we can just do research. We do get money for that. More concrete. Some water over here. That would be pretty nice for a backup source. So maybe if we think of putting down a drone hub, maybe like right here, we could have a dome here, like here and here. They should be able to all connect into like a line. With that said, it would be kind of nice if we can start storing up some water at night. That's out of range. So we will run the moisture vaporator at night. Both of these the same. They're pretty much the same. We'll just run one of these off at night. We can lower them as priority.
Anomaly analyzed.
There's more to the barren.
We're still not seeing the other research tech we want. We should queue a few more up. We'll just do heaters. We will need those eventually. It's a good one to grab. Rather than flatten this for now. We probably should also get another depot for metals so they actually clean this up, and potentially one for a dumping
Sector
site.
scanned.
Right there looks pretty good. Ooh, we found rare metals. So we have a lot of great spaces for domes. Pretty close together. Rare metals, water, vistas. So, this is definitely going to be pretty far. Let's see if we can't scoot this one over. Kind of know where we can place our dome. Like right here, and then maybe this one will be our central dome, and we can kind of build off of it. Might just move it a tad closer. Yeah, so we can reach it the full side, so it can repair those buildings. We'll put this as a low priority for now. And I think that's everything we want.
Research complete.
The other thing we can do is we could think about, with our second rocket and with the time it takes for our rockets to get here, we could actually start requesting our people. Worst case scenario, they'll hang out in space for a little bit. It's a little bit risky, but I think it's worth it. We'll turn off middle age. We'll put priority to youths and to the sexy trait. Looks like there's 5. Nope. I'm gonna quickly go through. We kind of just want to get through the founder stage as quick as possible. Okay, all of these guys look fine. We're gonna have an unhappy vegan. Now I like to count up. To balance the sexes, I like to count up for one of them and down for the other. So we'll count up for females. So we have 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 3. So we want to prioritize males. You're quite nice. Wow. Why didn't we bring these people? Glenn is probably the worst trait for us, as we cannot import food. I think we need one more female. And that's probably close enough. I might be a little bit off, but it won't be that big of a deal. It makes the founder stage a little bit easier if you have a balance of the genders, but I'm not going to stress about it too much. And we can just speed things up.
Sector scanned.
I also need to get my explorer out there. Please grab all these anomalies for us. I guess too, with 2 rockets, we kind of have a natural drone control that we could just keep one and rotate them, or just keep one permanently and use the other one. That's an option.
Anomaly found.
We do have the option. Oh,
Beautiful.
beautiful. Do we move the dome then? I think we do. I think it's worth it. We'll kind of have this split power network. It doesn't have to be in range, just the mine does. We're definitely going to be
Sector scanned.
Okay, so now we're in this a little awkward part where we won't be able to manage the full dome. We do have a lot of extra machine or electronic parts, so it might be worth it to grab a...
There's more to the
Oh, here we go. We'll put this AI or Explorer, make sure we get all of our free science. It's probably worth it with our first resupply rocket to get a drone hub. We know we're going to be all over this place. This rare metals is going to be so nice.
The rover went dark for 5 hours.
More
When it
funding.
rebooted,
That's good. It's in range of our drones, so we should be fine. We might choose to kind of prioritize this
Sector
dome
scan.
now so we don't end up losing in the milestone. Scan just further and further out. This is a very, very flat map. There's not a lot of ramps we need to build, so we can definitely put that off. And I normally don't play Europe, which is very different. I generally don't prioritize research, but we do have that option. And the secret one, we could put one out, and it's actually, we might choose where our ramp is, just where we haven't really explored, so we get that extra science, or extra exploration bonus. We probably don't need as many sensor towers around. It's probably still worth it to build a few, so we get more heads up on any kind of disaster. I think we'll turn you off and turn the other one on then during the night. This one's filled up as our drones are prioritizing the dome.
Sector scanned.
Get our explorer going. Tell him to come back afterwards. We almost have it done. Now, I don't know if there's a cooldown for the rumors. Okay, so they are going for construct a dome. We should be able to get it before them. And this is what, I don't know if it's better to wait until we hear this rumor to complete it. So to like pause it and then hear the rumor, complete it, or to just do it as fast as possible.
Anomaly found.
the on-site data validates.
Research complete.
I don't know, normally don't compete and worry about it, but that's part of the fun of this mode. Or just kind of for fun. Have we gotten the one that gives us extra drones? I don't think so. Nope, this is the one. We almost have our people. The coding's actually quite nice.
Research complete.
So I think we might want to go and get a supply pod so we can use the upgrade and start storing some more water. We need some polymers. I think the other thing is maybe more drones. I'm pretty happy with this. Let's make use of that extra money.
Milestone achieved.
The other thing I wanted to do is to grab, because we have all this fuel, so we could potentially turn off the fuel refinery. But I think I just want to grab another one. Grab two. Grab a Sterling generator. We have so much money. Yeah, that actually doesn't sound so bad. That will make cold waves a lot easier to go through. Our other option is we grab our drone hub right now. No, we'll do the Sterling generators. We'll make use of all the money we get from this. We can turn you off for now. We need to make sure we have our basic life support, so grab our Moxie down. The little awkward part is we kind of want to make sure we leave enough space for if we want to get this concrete, so maybe towards this way. So we want to put our life support away from where it might get dusted. Something like that. It would be nice to connect these pipes. I guess we only really care about the water. So if we do something like 5, like this, and then potentially put a valve pipe. Oh, we have to wait until it gets built. That way if this gets broken, we can cut it off. Although, if we are going to do that, use a valve pipe, we might as well get a second water tower down. Okay, you can take off, but we
Sector scanned.
also could, with all of our concrete, potentially put a landing pad down. That actually sounds pretty good. And we also need to fill out our dome. We are going to try and prioritize this side, as that's the one we have with our RC commander. This one is also where we're less likely to connect it to another dome. So we only need 1 resident, 1 infirmary, a cruiser, and then either a diner or a small spacebar. I'm going to just go for the spacebar. I like to try going back and forth. I think the diner's a little bit stronger, but the spacebar is, I think, a perfectly valid option to try. Get our extra drones and polymers. Now we can actually think about putting our battery down and upgrading our moisture vaporator. I think that's a very strong
Research
upgrade.
complete.
We also have 1 more. Subsurface heating, excellent. If we get a cold wave early, we will definitely put that down. The other thing we can do is put some decorations down. So we'll put a large and garden for now. We probably will change it up later. This little wedge should be
Great dust
fine.
storm approaching.
Okay. This is a little bit tricky because we do want to make sure we land before this, especially a great dust storm. But if that's true, we need to make sure we have enough water to make it through it. We're going to put it close. Oh, we also need to make sure we're connected power-wise. We'll throw our Stirling generators down. Should be able to put it cheekily underneath. And I'm going to do a long cable. It actually has to be off. We'll do something like this. That way we have access to the power here. We can turn these off if we need to for the access. Hopefully we have enough drones for this. Let's prioritize our water and kind of power sources. Okay, so we can start collecting them. We'll also make sure to upgrade it. We're going to completely turn off, not the water tower, that's not what I wanted, our fuel refinery, so we store as much water as possible. Make sure we can actually get through it. Yeah, there's potential we don't actually survive it if we leave them up in space. And they're almost done there. We even probably have enough time to potentially get a landing pad down. And I think we'll put it on the other side and we'll have 2. This should do a pretty good job of hopefully hitting everything. Oh, what's the other milestone? First humans? Okay. Well, we're putting down in 4 hours anyways. Let's also send this one back to Earth.
Milestone achieved.
Yeah, so they skipped the rocket to get the first human. I am going to slow things down just a tad to make sure we actually land. We actually might just land. They don't finish this. Okay, 1 hour. We're landing. I don't want to dust. Oh, we have to turn our dome on. It looks like we're short on power. If that's true, I'm just going to open this. We should I'm opening this for now. We'll close it very, very quickly. Not enough power. Okay, let's open you too. We're just going to slow things down because we're... Alright, you have power. We'll throw you down. Well, the awkward part is I don't want to dust anything. We'll just get rid of you. This should be fine. And by fine, I mean not fine. We're just gonna dust something. Yeah, we're just gonna dust. It's gonna get dusted anyways with the dust storm anyways, so not a big deal. Okay, so we're landed. We should hit that milestone. Things are really kind of a little bit sketchy. We should also get a little more power going, particularly not from solar panel. So 2 wind turbines should do a pretty good job. We're gonna throw you guys as... we'll keep you as normal. We'll assign some drones to this rocket. In fact, we might have extras anyways. So if we grab you guys, we'll assign you here.
Research complete.
I don't know if that worked that well. Not clear? Okay. We have new things we can do. We're in the founder stage. We've gotten new technology. Let's double check. Yeah, we almost went all the way through. Oh, we've... actually, the breakthrough is one of the ones we want to actually go for, as that's another milestone and we haven't found any. We'll also go for the upgrades of the wind turbines. And... nothing else is kind of a priority. We could go for the money. We could also just go for the decommission protocols. Yeah, so now we are just trying to go through the founder stage. How did we do on water? We have an okay amount there. Not that much here. Hopefully we finish the founder stage before. We can also probably close these. No, we cannot. We can close one of these. I also did not open up the stages. Actually, you should be fine. The night. So we should be fine. The one thing we kind of want to do is we should also get a food source going with, say, like a ranch, but we might move you a tad closer. Hey, are we still... oh, you're still cold. I figured this would be enough, but it looks like it's not. We'll leave them open.
Our colonists are suffering.
I need to get our explorer out there. Yeah, we need more drones. That would definitely help us. And I think with our people landed, we'll call it here. So far, we've hit all the milestones. The other two I would be concerned about would be first Martian-born, but I think we're good on that, and the breakthrough. Then they generally don't hit the other ones, but it's tough to know. But without further ado, this is Friendly Lycon signing off, and this has been our Europe versus Russia milestone competition. I'll see you guys in the next video.